guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be examining another photo from the Curiosity rover. Now this is a black and white image, and I do believe it is from Sol 530 something. I will check, and like I always do, I will leave a link to the photo in the video's description. So first off, I want to just say something. This anomaly is going to be one of two, okay? I'm going to have two views of this one, and I'm going to have it showing up in a later Sol, okay? I have evidence of possible tracks that this thing is leaving behind. As you can see from the title of this video, it is going to be about a snake or some sort of biological animal that is actually moving, okay? And I have a color photo of a panorama view of this Sol that you can see that, you know, from the two images that I have, you will see that in this photo you can clearly see a snake, okay? In the second color panorama that is actually on the JPL website, there's tampering. So let's go ahead and get into it. Thanks for joining in again. This is my second video, and I think it's a pretty good one. So let's go ahead and zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and zoom into this photo. Now you can see that the quality of these images is pretty much crap. I mean, NASA's not, like I said in my first video, $4 million for a rover, and you really can't even get a good camera. But whatever, thank God for Photoshop, so here we go. As you can see right here, I don't know if you could see the cursor, but I do have. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me get a brush and just pick a color, but I'm going to make it a little bit lower. As you can see, I'll circle it for you. Right there, that is where the snake is. See, I can't go too far with the zoom because, you know, NASA's got crap images. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to sharpen this image up a little bit so this way you guys can actually see it better. And as you can see there, like I said, let me go ahead and, as you can see my cursor, let me back out a little bit because this is horrible quality. And you can actually see, I don't know if this is a head, but you can see something there because it looks like it belongs together. Let me pick a different color so this way you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'll go ahead and pick red. Alright, and let's go ahead and throw the brush on. Now as you can see here, check this out. You can see it right there. Okay, now like I says, I do not know if this is the head here, right here, and here's the whole body. And as you can see it there, it's a snake, or it looks like to be a sand snake or of something of that sort. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and zoom it out, and I will bring my brush down just a little bit so this way I can actually just outline it. And like here it is, and there's a rock in the way, and as you can see here, that's where it is. So that's the first picture that I'd like to show you. The second photo that I want to show you, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I could sharpen it up just a little bit more. Hopefully you can make that out. As you can see there, go ahead and show that. As you can see, it's going this way, and this way. And like I said, this is not the first photo. It was actually in a recent photo that they just put out either today or yesterday. I forget. But this is the same here. This is going to be that same Sol, but this is a whole full panorama view of it. Now, when you got it on the website, where I got this from, as you can see, it's a whole big, huge photo. But if you go ahead and let's zoom in, because in your browser, when you're looking at this image, they're not going to let you zoom in all the way, you know, only to a certain point. Let's just put it that way. As you can see here, this is a color photo of that same Sol. So let me go ahead and get into the spot where the snake is. And as you can see here, look what NASA did. They turned it into a piece of stone. Here, this looks to be the jaw. Here's the head. And as you can see here, they took this part out. I'm going to show more evidence of this one later. But as you can see here, looks like a piece of stone, but stone does not curve. Stone does not do that. So that's obvious tampering right there. You can see right here, this belongs this way, this belongs this way, and it's coming out for a loop, and this looks like to be a jaw of some sort. I don't know if this is the head or this is the head, but that's the second photo that I've had. So let me go ahead and zoom back out. I'm going to go ahead and open up another image. Now this is going to be the image that they just recently put up. I think it's 5. I'm not sure of the soul, but like I said, I will indicate it in the video's description. Sorry about that. I actually had to go find the photo on my other computer, and I actually have them. Now, to reiterate, it is Soul 538. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this one here and throw it into Photoshop. There we go. I have found it, and I'm going to go ahead and get my sharpen tool out, and we're going to sharpen it up. Now, if I back it out, you're going to see that it looks like it's being buried in the dirt. So, it is right here. As you can see it. Yeah, I know it's locked. It goes this way down and then up. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And I'm going to adjust the... Let me see. Let's go ahead and adjust something to clarify, because this photo is just way too bright. So let's go ahead and adjust the brightness and contrast. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to bring down the brightness just a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. And let's see if we could throw a little contrast in so you can see it better. So... there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and X this out, and I'm going to adjust the curves just so you can see it, okay? I'm going to bring it down because I don't know why. I'm actually going to bring it up so it can magnify what I'm talking about. There we go. As you can see, it got a little bit darker, but let's go ahead and get that out. Let's go ahead and zoom in. I can't believe that these are photos that NASA actually puts out. As you can see it here, it looks like it's being buried in the dirt. Now, this is not a natural formation or a natural shape. And as you can see there, this was just one of the photos that pointed out that snake light thing. And I'm going to show you the same soul. Looks to be tracks from it. As you can see here, I mean, what else would make this? I mean, what else would make these little trenches? And look, as you can see, it goes this way, in and out, back this way. I mean, this could possibly be a geyser, because I've pointed out a couple in the first video, and I've seen so many of them. And as you can see here, all along here, I mean, this is fresh. You can see the tracks here. Let me go ahead and adjust it too, so this way you can check it out. It's just way too bright. So let me go ahead and bring this down a little bit. And sorry guys, I did have to cut this video because, you know, when you have kids, you just can't help it. Anyway, like I was saying before, okay, as you can see, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but you can see this track right here that goes up and down. See, I'm not sure if this is a geyser, but I know what they look like because I've seen hundreds of photos with them, but I'm looking over here and you're just seeing trenches, like little trenches. But what gets me the most is this one right here. It goes in and out, in and out, in and out. And it looks like, you know, if you were to see a snake moving through sand, that's what it looks like. Now, let's go back to the first one, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but if you guys don't see this, I mean, look at it. It's right there, okay? And I seen it in that second photo right here, but NASA just puts out crap. Like if I zoom in, look, you can see all these pixels. You can't even sharpen the image, because if you go to sharpen the image, here it is again. I'm going to lower my brush. I'm going to switch this to, hopefully it'll work. For some reason it's not working. You could see this right here, but it's not letting me. Here we go. You could see it right there. Okay, now I'm going to bring down the brush a little bit. I'm trying to give you, if you go this way, and it goes down, and then goes up, and it goes like that. Now, if you can see that line, there it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to sharpen this up, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because I've seen this in numerous photos, and you know what? This is the second photo that I have seen it on. Okay, and I gotta switch this to darken because I don't know. And as you can see there, you can zoom in, but they're there. Okay, this thing is probably got half of its body in this pile of sand, and as you can see it there, I'm gonna leave a link to this photo in the video's description, and you guys check it out for yourself. I mean, let me know. I mean, I think that's it right there. And as you can see in this color photo, you are not going to see it. I mean, this is obviously on their website, okay? And they're not going to put something that's on the front page of their website, because that's where it was. Okay, it was a color panorama, and as you can see it here, let me show you. It's right here. You see, it goes up and it stops somewhere over here. I don't believe that, okay? The only thing I believe is this picture right here. I mean, it is a garbage picture, but let me see. It is a garbage picture, but look. As you can see up here, it does curve. As you can see it right there, it does go. I mean, this is so pixelated, it's not even funny. If I bring it back down, you can see it. Now, it goes 1, 2, 3, and then the rock is blocking it, and then it comes up again. So, I mean, that's pretty much that photo, and like I said, I think these are tracks, okay? If you go this way, it's going up and down, but this is the one that convinces me right here, because it goes like this. It goes in and out, in and out, and out again. That is a characteristic of a snake. Now, it walks through, or it slithers through the sand over here on Mars. I don't know what they're doing over there, but like I said, NASA takes pictures for a reason. Okay, this could be a possible source of water. It could be a track, but I'm pretty convinced that this is not too far off from that soul, so I'm pretty much convinced that that is what it is. Now, you want to know something? I'm going to show you a different photo. Now, this is from the same soul, but the Curiosity rover actually moved a little bit, and it actually gives you a really, really good view. Now, I'm going to show you this one. This one is, without a doubt, it's pretty much going to show us that, you know, it's pretty much the rover on that same hill, but you're going to get a better view. Are you ready? Here. Let's go ahead, and like I said before, NASA doesn't put out good photos. They like to put out crap. And as you can see, look at this. I don't know if you could see that, but look at this. I'm going to go ahead and bring my cursor down a little bit, but check this out. Look at this. I'm going to sharpen it up for you. Now, I'm going to show you something else. If you could see this, look, here it is, right? Okay, now that we've seen that, I want you to, I don't know what this is. This could possibly be a jaw, and this could possibly be the head, but I don't know. I mean, coming from NASA, I'm not convinced that from that panorama that this thing is a piece of rock. I've never seen a rock that goes down, up, around, down, up, and around in my life, ever. So let's go ahead and see if I could zoom in a little bit more. You know, it just pisses me off. You know, it really does, that NASA actually puts these photos out. Look at the pixelation in this photo. And I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to, you know what, let me unlock the layer. When you unlock the layer, you're able to edit. So let me switch the, I'm going to go ahead and switch the color. There we go. Now, here we go. Can you see it, guys? Okay, good. Now I see it. Now, see here on the bottom? I am not sure if this thing is dead, or is it possibly, I don't know. I've never seen a snake. If that's a head, I've never seen a snake with a head that big. But, I don't know. Possibly it was eating another animal. I don't know. So, I don't know. Guys, tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think that's a snake? Because, you know what? From this soul, judging by the photos that have been taken, that photo, we got this one here, where the possible tracks, it's just ridiculous to me. It really is. So, I think it's a possibility that they could be moving around on this planet. And you want to know what? It's so desolate and barren that who's going to know? I mean, you're never going to see them. Every time, let's just say, for example, that the rover is moving down. If this, you know the way animals react to movement. They react to, you know, different kinds of movement. When they hear that rover coming, they're going to duck out. They're going to go underneath the sand. They're going to run out. And I don't know, this doesn't look like a regular track down here. It goes, like I said previous, it goes down, out, in, and back all over again. Now, I'm pretty sure on the end here, that's a geyser. Because, you know, like I said previous, I do know what they look like. I've seen thousands of photos with them in it. So, like I said, you see them all in the back here. You got one there. You got one there. You got one here that's totally and perfectly straight. But this is the kicker for me, guys. I don't know about you. I've never seen something that goes down, in, and out just like this is doing. I've never seen it before. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you guys to go ahead and leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think of this video. This is the second video I'm putting out, and I'm really excited. It's, you know, like I said in my first video, it's not a competition against anybody. It's just to get that word out that there's so many cover-ups going on with NASA and this planet that it just makes me mad sometimes. You know, it's just nuts the way that they just want to brainwash us into believing that there is no life on this planet. There are so many different kinds of life on this planet. You know, there's bacteria, possibly, you know, what I pointed out, a snake here. There's a snake right here, or there's a better view. I can't believe the second view, this one here, you see it so much better. You see it so much better. And from that panorama, I'm pretty sure that they are tampering with these photos. You know what? I'm actually positive that they tamper with the photos because they don't want you to see any of this. They don't. They put them out of business, these people. But that's their job, to sit there and lie to us. So, you know, it's good that we're forming this alliance of YouTube geniuses to go ahead and point these anomalies out. Let the public know what's going on this planet. We are not alone. And comment your heart's content away down in that comment section. And let me know if you like this video. Go ahead and hit that like button. I'm going to leave a link to other channels which are very, very cool people in this video's description, along with the raw images to these photos that you've seen here today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the third video, guys. Have a good one.